Hello there, my name is Eltrick, and today we will be looking through Maroon Cipher. This module does not require any edge work, so we will start going through it immediately, once the game loads.
All available experts, please report to room
So
A9.
let's pick this one. We will note down 3 pages of 3 screens, each with either letters or numbers on them. So let's do that. Mike Yankee Delta, Echo Kilo Quebec, 1243, Delta Foxtrot November. Now for page 2. Victor India X-ray Echo November, then fuzzy, then jumbled. Now for the third page, graphics, squawk, and tone. So with all of this information, let's go through the steps. For step 1, we will need this encrypted word and these 6 words in order. Page 2, screen 1, screen 2, and screen 3. Then page 3, screen 1, screen 2, and screen 3. Now what do we do with this string? We will look through the letters and remove any repeated letter while keeping its first occurrence. So this India was removed in graphic. No other X-rays, 2 echoes, November, Foxtrot, nothing, uniform 3 times. So we will remove them. Zulu, we remove this one. No Yankee, no Juliet, no Mike, no Bravo, no Lima, no Delta, no Golf, no Romeo, there's an Alpha. No Papa, no Hotel, no Charlie, there's a Sierra.
Emergency cleared.
And everything
All
else
personnel,
is
please return to your stations.
clear. Now, just to check, this string should be of length 26, which it is. So we are good so far. Now, write the entirety of the English alphabet underneath this key string. Now what do we do with this key? You may ask. For each letter of the encrypted word, we will look for it in the alphabet key, and so this Mike is here. And we will take the letter right beneath it. That is your decrypted letter. So this Yankee becomes an India, this Delta becomes a November, this Echo becomes a Delta, this Kilo becomes an X-ray, and this Quebec becomes a Victor. This will be used for the next step. Step 2. We will need the encrypted word we just got from step 1, and this number key. Now, what do we do with this number key? Firstly, we will construct a zigzag pattern of 6 asterisks of 4 rows, because there are 4 numbers in this key. So we will place down an asterisk here, move down 1 and move right, move down 1 and move right, move down 1 and move right. That is 4 rows. So we now move up and right again. Now for each encrypted letter, replace the asterisk on the line in this order: 1, then 2, then 4, then 3, as the key says. So the Kilo goes in row 1, the India and November goes in row 2, the Delta goes in row 4, and the X-ray Victor goes in row 3 from left to right. Now we will read this word in zigzag order. So Kilo, then India, then X-ray, then Delta, then Victor and November. This will be used for the final step. For step 3, we will need this alphabet key that we made in step 1, and this 3-letter key that we made that is given to us. We will now split the encrypted word into 3 letter pairs, so Kilo India, X-ray Delta, and Victor November. And each letter in the key will correspond to each of these pairs. Now, for each pair, look at its corresponding letter. Shift the bottom alphabet so that the corresponding letter is in the leftmost column. So this delta is now here. Now we look for the first letter in the top row, the second letter in the bottom row. That will make a rectangle. So the Kilo is here, and the India is here. Within this rectangle, move the initial letter in the top row to the same column as the initial second letter while keeping the row. So this Kilo becomes a foxtrot. And do the same thing for the second letter. Move it to the column of the first letter, but keeping the row. So the India becomes an alpha. Now we do the same thing with X-ray Delta with the foxtrot. So we shift this alphabet. The foxtrot is now in the leftmost column. The X-ray is here, and the Delta is here. The X-ray moves over to the Tango, and the Delta moves over to the hotel. And then we do the same thing again for the last pair. We shift the alphabet. The November is now to the left. The Victor is up here, and the November is up here. Now, what do we do if the letters are in the same column? Well, you see, it is very simple. We just move the letters to the column that is opposite of its initial column. So first column becomes last column, second column becomes second last, and so on. So because Victor November is in the first column, it moves to the last column. So it becomes Oscar and Mike. And the word is fathom. Now we submit it. And the module is solved. I will go through 2 other examples of this module. So let's go through this, shall we? I'll clear these notes. So Charlie Echo Foxtrot, Yankee Victor Bravo, 1243, and Golf Hotel Tango. Page 2 is dwelling, squeezed, and jukebox. Page 3 is dovish, 40, and camp. Now we do the same things. We take the keywords in order. Page 2 screens 1, 2, 3, and page 3 screens 1, 2, 3. We remove any duplicated letters. We have a lot of echoes here. Lima, another India here, November, Golf, Sierra, uniform, Oscars, and nothing else. And this string is of length 26, so we are good. Now you write down the alphabet under this key. And we, for each letter of the encrypted word, look it up in the top row and move down to the bottom row. So Charlie becomes a whiskey, Echo becomes a Charlie, Foxtrot becomes a Sierra, Yankee becomes a Victor, Victor becomes a Quebec, and Bravo becomes a November. Step 2. We will take this key. It is of length 4, so we will create 4 rows. So this is 1 row. Move down and right. second row, move down and right, third row, move down and right, fourth row. We have reached 4 rows, so we now move up and right to the third row, and move up and right again to the second row. Now, row 1, we will fill in row 1 first, so that gets the Charlie. Now we fill in row 2, which gets, row 1 gets the Whiskey, row 2 gets the Charlie and Sierra, row 4 gets the Victor, and row 3 gets the Quebec and the November. Now read it in its exact pattern. Whiskey, Charlie, Quebec, Victor, November, Sierra. Now for step 3, we will take this alphabet key again, and the 3-letter key. We will split the encrypted word into thirds, and do the same with the letters. Now we move the bottom row, so that the leftmost letter is the letter that corresponds to the pair, so golf in this case. Now Whiskey is here, and Charlie is here. Whiskey now moves over to the Charlie in the top row, and the Charlie in the bottom row moves over to the hotel. So Whiskey Charlie becomes Charlie Hotel. Now doing the same thing with Hotel and Quebec Victor. The Quebec is here, and the Victor is here. Quebec moves over to Oscar, and Victor moves over to Papa. Do the same thing again with the Tango. It moves over. November is here, and Sierra is here. November becomes a Papa, and Sierra becomes a Yankee. So the word is choppy. And the module is, we will do this one last time with this module. So Mike Victor Quebec, Delta Kilo Foxtrot, 312, and Uniform Sierra November. The words are squeezed. Wow, we got this word again. Judgment and flows. And skybox, privacy, and huge. We do the same thing. We get the 6 words in order. Page 1, 2, and 3 of screen 2, and page 1, 2, and screens 1, 2, and 3 of page 3. We remove any duplicate letters. Uniform here, echoes here, here, and here, and here. The Delta is here, Golf is here, Mike, November, Tango, Foxtrot, Lima, Oscar is here, Whiskey, Kilo, Yankee is here, Bravo, X-Ray, Papa, Romeo, India, Victor, Alpha, Charlie, Hotel. And the string of length 6, which is good. We now write the entirety of the alphabet again underneath this string, and we now get the encrypted word. Look up each letter in the top row and move it to the bottom row. Mike becomes an India, Victor becomes a Whiskey, Quebec becomes a Bravo, Delta becomes a Foxtrot, Kilo becomes a Papa, Foxtrot becomes a Lima. We take this word, or not really a word, we use it for the next step, and we take this key. This key is now length 3, so we create 3 rows. So asterisk in row 1, move down and right to row 2, move up and right to row 3, down and right to row 3. We have now reached 3 rows, so we move up and right to row 2, move up and right to row 1, and we have reached the top, so we move down and right again. Now we fill in row 3 first, so it gets an India. We then fill in row 1, so it gets a Whiskey and the Bravo. And then row 2 gets the 3 remaining letters: Foxtrot, Papa, and Lima. We now read it from left to right in a zigzag pattern. Whiskey Foxtrot India, Papa Bravo Lima. Now for step 3, we will get this 3-letter key and this alphabet key. We split this into pairs of letters, and we assign each letter of the key to the pair. So the uniform goes into this pair, Sierra goes into this pair, and so on. Now for each pair, this pair has a uniform, so the uniform in the bottom row moves left. Then Whiskey is here, and Foxtrot is here. It creates this rectangle. Whiskey moves over to Foxtrot, and Foxtrot moves over to India. So Whiskey Foxtrot becomes Foxtrot India. Now we have a Sierra. It moves over. India and Papa. It creates this rectangle. India becomes Alpha, and Papa becomes November. Now for the November, it moves here, and Bravo Lima. Bravo and Lima. Bravo becomes Charlie, Lima becomes Echo. So the word is fiance. I hope that this tutorial helped you somewhat, at least. So that is the end.